Miles, he is a perfect figure. He is mostly taking care of me. When my mother was sick, he took up responsibility that she had.
The first moment I stepped on campus, I knew that I wanted Miles to attend a Catholic school because of the level of respect that the students had, not only for themselves, but for the teachers and the adults on campus.
Growing up in the Catholic environment at both my middle school and high school, they both provided a safe feeling, and it helped me definitely with my studies, because knowing that you're safe can help you focus. You have more time and room to focus on doing your homework or extracurricular activities, not having to worry about some catastrophe going on or being shot at your school. I feel very safe. So those are things that people overlook a lot of times that can really affect a child's upbringing.
Pope John Paul II said, "It will never be possible to free the needy from poverty unless they are first freed from the impoverishment rising from a lack of adequate education."
These 13 schools are in areas that are really challenged economically, and they often have challenges as neighborhoods and areas in need of jobs or in need of upgrade and facilities. Many of the buildings, because they're inner city, are older. The average age of the school buildings is about 60 years old. And so they have many challenges. But when these challenges can be addressed, there are wonderfully beautiful children in the middle of these areas. It has a stabilizing effect on the neighborhood.
Growing up with my mother's condition, her being in and out of the hospital was very difficult for not just me or my brother, but for my entire family. Because my mother, even though she was very young when she started having medical problems, she was a provider for most of the family. When something went wrong, they would come to my mother for assistance, and she would always help them. When her health declined, the whole family kind of just collapsed. So she was the pillar. At the same time, it helped me become the man I am today, because when she was in the hospital, I had to take care of my brother, because my grandparents, they were taking care of everyone else's children. So I had to step up, and that helped me mature at a very young age.
Prior to my illness, everything is fine. Tuition is being paid, registration, so on and so forth. And once I became ill, and it comes out of nowhere. One day I'm good, the next day I wake up, I'm in ICU. So after that, one of my kids would come back and they would tell the school what's going on. And from there, they send a note to me, or they would get message to me, whether I'm in the hospital or at home or in rehab. Don't worry, the tuition assistance would cover whatever, just get well.
I really care about my mother, but Miles, he took up so much responsibility. He made me breakfast. Well, when he got his license, he took me where I needed to go. Well, he did a lot of things for me, and he's done a lot of things for our family and his friends.
Our inner city Catholic schools, though producing wonderful results, they tend to live from hand to mouth. Not that our other Catholic schools don't do the same, but in a very special way, our Catholic inner city schools are in neighborhoods where the people have to sacrifice just to give a little to send their young people to our schools.
My parents worked so hard for me to go to school because tuition is not free. I don't want to put a waste to anything, and besides, it just wasn't in my personality not to do my best. I always wanted to make sure I was doing it right.
I felt the responsibility to be the best I could be because I saw the high cost of education. I didn't want to waste their money or my money as well. I was also assisting and paying for my high school tuition. I guess I kind of knew what needed to be done.
The vision for the inner city schools is to continue to have them thrive, to continue to have them do as well as they're doing and even better with help from generous donors.
In the great dedication of my predecessor, Archbishop Joseph Fiorenza, Such people came to me and they had an idea that if we formed a circle under me as the Cardinal Archbishop of the Archdiocese, we could put together a whole group of people who, in their generous contributions to our inner city Catholic schools, could help them not just flourish, which they do, but also to not have to live totally from hand to mouth and not to be overly anxious about where they're going to get funds to continue.
Some kids here think of him as a role model. Some think of him as a basketball star. I just think of him as a really, really great brother.
Catholic schools are laboratories for the life of the mind and for the life of faith. We have particular challenges in our inner city Catholic schools. We have to give them a little more attention, but I want them to thrive. I want them to grow so that it doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. If you really want to go to a Catholic school, we want to be able to give the resources so that parents and grandparents and children can be assured that they will receive a beautiful education in heart, mind, and spirit.